Kingdom Hearts 2 can be a very complicated story. And while I've talked about the individual arcs of characters, I've never sat down and asked myself, but what is it actually about? Kingdom Hearts 2 has so much going on. It's easy to get lost in the details. Where's Riku? Why does he look like Ansem? Why isn't Kairi allowed to be a part of the adventure? Who are these organization guys? And what the hell is going on with Roxas? So I've decided to sit down and explain it all with one thing. Kingdom Hearts 2 is about emotional acceptance. Throughout the entire story of Kingdom Hearts, every single anime character is struggling with different repressed emotions. Axel is forced to work for the organization, but he's fighting over his grief and loss of Roxas and Xion. Roxas is coming to terms with his own existence, and he's filled with anger and existential questions. After a week-long tutorial, Sora finally wakes up, and he immediately is confronted with emotions he doesn't understand. For some reason, he's crying. He misses Hayner, Pence, and Olette, and they miss him, but none of them have met. Deep down, he's feeling Roxas's pain, and he doesn't even know it. Sora's got so many people's hearts in him, he doesn't even know what he's feeling. When he learns about his newest enemies, the nobodies, empty creatures with no emotions, the body without any heart, an empty husk with nothing, he realizes that as long as he has the Keyblade, he will never get to go home. He'll never get to have a real life. At the same time, Kairi is beginning to remember Sora. She's stuck at home. While Riku and Sora have had entire adventures without her, she was a backseat driver in the first Kingdom Hearts, lurking inside Sora, waiting to finally be free. And from the very beginning, she never wanted to leave home. She's happy there. But without Sora, without Riku, she doesn't enjoy it. She's holding in all these feelings of loneliness that she's only just now starting to remember. She's being left behind. Even when she gets a Keyblade, she isn't ready to use it. Riku's on the other side of things. While Sora is desperately searching for him, Riku is so ashamed of what he has become. He can't show his face. His body has warped and twisted, and now he looks just like Ansem. For a very long time, he wore a blindfold to hold this form back. He no longer thinks he's good enough to keep everyone safe. He thinks that he needs to use Ansem's strength to help. But this is just the endless isolation confusing his mind. Riku can't deal with these emotions. He can't see himself until Sora and Kairi see him. When he meets Kairi, suddenly his voice changes. He sounds like himself, but he still looks like Ansem. It's only after he protects Sora and the others from an explosion of light does he actually get to be Riku again. I don't think it's just the big blast that makes him become himself. I think it's the fact that Sora can see him. That after speaking to Sora, he actually laughs. For the first time in a year, Riku is truly happy. It's then that Mickey says, his eyes didn't lie. Riku has been covering his eyes for almost a year straight, trying desperately to hide from everyone. He doesn't think that they will forgive him for using the darkness. There's a part of him that he doesn't think others will accept. But after Sora realizes that he's okay, he doesn't care. He never cared. Now, if you're a gay person, you might see that as Riku metaphorically coming out. He struggled in Chain of Memories to accept himself, but now he has to deal with everyone else accepting him. Every character is struggling with these repressed emotions. The organization all believe that they are empty husks with no feelings, that they have become numb sociopaths. But it's a lie. They all have emotions. Zaldin hates love with a passion that no one can truly understand. And anger is an emotion. Larxene laughs at others' misfortune. Marluxia seems pretty happy when he's constantly laughing right before he kills me every single time in his boss fight. They all feel something. Even Xemnas, as much as he lies to himself, that he says he feels nothing and that he is nothing, he is sad. He is sad as fuck. He still feels the pain Terra held inside because he is Terra. He's what's left. Xehanort's heart left his body, and Terra's heart was chained to it. Xemnas is what is left behind of Terra, a sad, broken man with the remnants of Xehanort's mind still controlling him. He's a mess, and he's built an entire army of nobodies with 13 commanders to control them. Also, he could make Kingdom Hearts. Sora spends the entire game getting stronger and stronger, and he is releasing the hearts of the heartless. The artificial creatures that Ansem has created are now being destroyed, and their hearts sent to some place in space. And every once in a while, this other side of Sora takes over him. This being made of pure emotion. Not a heartless Sora, an anti-Sora. He's overcome with all these feelings that he and Roxas don't express. And he becomes a monster, damaging everyone he can, lashing out. Not until he is confronted by Roxas does he finally unlock his final form. Once you gain that power, a power that a lot of people miss when they play the game, you are at your strongest. And you can only get it once you confront your other half. Roxas has so much baggage that Sora can't even use all of his power. But once everyone in the story accepts their emotions, acknowledges that they exist, and feels them, does the story of Kingdom Hearts 2 actually end. Even Ansem the Fool realizes at the last moment that he can't quantify hearts. He can't explain emotions with just data. Emotions are beyond his understanding. When Sora and Riku band together to defeat Xemnas and finally allow Terra the chance to come back, he's still possessed, but they are one step closer to freeing him and all the others. It's then that this fake Kingdom Hearts shatters, and all the artificial Heartless that you've been fighting return to their artificial selves. The villains are beaten, and Sora and Riku sit on the beach. The Land of Light is safe now. And what do? They unburden. They explain all the things they've never said. They tell each other how jealous they were as rivals. How Riku always admired Sora's empathy, and how Sora always envied Riku's strength. And they accept the fact that they each have each other. Now that they are emotionally free, they are both okay with staying there forever. Everyone is safe, and the story is over. But that's when a miracle happens. At the beginning of the game, Kairi wrote her feelings down and put them in a bottle. And at the end of the game, Sora finds it. And the power of Kairi's feelings open a portal home. It's more than just the power of friendship. It's more than just love. It's the power of emotional vulnerability, of empathy and love in all its forms. Yes, there are readings of different romances and ships, and there are valid romantic moments across the board, and there are valid times where anyone could say that there's no romance in these games. But deep down, Kingdom Hearts is about friends drifting apart. It's just like Hayner says at the beginning of the game. It isn't important how often we see each other, but how often we think of each other. That's what it's all about. Kingdom Hearts 2 teaches us to acknowledge and feel everything, to not let our darker halves hold us back, to move on from the past and face our fears. They told us that when we were older, we would understand. And I understand now. And I hope you do too. Anyway, I'm Aloney the Bard, and that's what it's all about. Thanks for listening. Bye. Whew, man, it has taken me days to figure out the deeper meaning for Kingdom Hearts 2. But with the help of my stream, I worked through it. It took me 3 whole scripts, but I finally get it. Kingdom Hearts 2 is all about emotional acceptance. If you want to watch me ramble while playing Birth by Sleep, I'm still doing it on Twitch right now. I've come up with a ton of great ideas and made some really cringy jokes. I'm about to beat Terra's story on Critical, and then all the rest of the games, about halfway through the marathon right now. I'm really excited for next week's video. I'm going to bring back my timeline animations for that one. Anyway, if you liked this video, check out this one YouTube thinks you might like, and this one about Birth by Sleep. Next week is gonna be interesting. Check them out. See you loners later. Bye.